Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the C.Crane CC Skywave SSB 2. This is an AM/FM stereo weather alert airband shortwave portable radio. I'll be comparing it to the original CC Skywave SSB and explain the pros and cons. So here it is, the SSB 2. Quite a few improvements to this radio, and we'll go over all of them. But on the box, the only difference is a picture of the new shortwave wire antenna adapter. Beautiful. Took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. First things first, we get the radio. Yeah. Cool. Looking good. Got the SSB 2 now there. Nice little shiny carrying case. We get the original C.Crane shortwave reel antenna. This one here has the clip that goes on the whip antenna. I'd like to have seen more a setup like this, where it has a 1/8 inch jack going into an adapter such as this. This is my Kato T1 adapter. Maybe in the future we'll see that. That would be nice, since this radio takes a direct connection. Alright, so we have that. Next we have that adapter. This is pretty cool for building your own long wire setups. As you can see, this goes to your radio, and you can see it has a ground connection and the antenna connection. They recommend, I think, 60 to 100 feet for your antenna wire. It goes much further than 22 feet, so you'll see quite a difference, or hear quite a difference. Awesome. So set that there. Let's see, we got our CC buds. Nice. These are always good. These sound great. It's nice to get them with the radio. And of course, we get some paperwork, warranty registration. Da-da-da. Nice to have, right? And then we got our instruction manual. They do mention in here some of the new improvements. I'll just see if I can find those real quick. Here you go. You can freeze frame on here, but I believe it starts talking about the new stuff towards the bottom. A new grounded shortwave antenna jack. Improves shortwave reception when used with an external antenna. The new micro USB connector. Works well from any USB port, along with improved in-circuit battery charging. I'll touch on that. Other changes are better speaker with slightly more amplification. We'll compare it to the original. Circuit noise reduction and longer feed for better stability, which we'll also compare it with the original. And towards the back here, I just kind of wanted to see if I can find... Yeah, here we go. Radio operation with that new wire adapter. They're showing you stringing out a wire about 60 to 100 feet. And then clamping to a ground wire. There you go. And for more information about shortwave antennas and grounding, there you go. Because you can do this setup, but you also might want to do a lightning arrestor as well. Okay. And then specifications, I believe, stay pretty similar to the original. Just go ahead so we can find that page. It's towards the back here. Frequencies it covers, FM band. There you go, expanded FM. AM, 9 kHz, 10 kHz, shortwave band, complete coverage with single sideband, airband, complete coverage of the weather band in the US. And then back on this page, we have runs on 2 AA batteries. Power consumption is really nice, 30 to 100 milliamps, not bad, depending on how high you're jamming the speaker. Speaker size, there you are, some dimensions. Okay, so that's it. We're gonna put all these accessories away and start comparing. Yeah. So I'm just going to set these down to the side, get them off the table so we don't run into anything. All right. So how much do these cost? Well, right now I think it's $169.99. That's going to be the release price for the SSB2, same as the original was. Okay. They do anticipate the price going up on the SSB2, probably up to $199. I'm not sure, maybe $20 more, $189. They didn't give any specifics, but expect a price increase in the future, near future. I'm not sure. Can't read that crystal ball, but it's going to go up in price with future iterations. So there's the two side by side. Really can't see a difference till you tilt them and you compare them side by side. As you can see now, there's an external antenna jack. There is a micro USB input also along that side. And of course, the front stays pretty much the same. The speaker, you know, I shined a flashlight in there. It looks slightly different. The internal, they still have that plastic mylar look to them, but the centerpiece on the new radio looks bigger, so maybe it's a little bit more tonal quality, I noticed. One other thing I noticed is the knobs. Now, I don't know if this is just on this particular radio, but if you look at the original tuning knob on the original Skywave SSB compared to the new SSB2, you can see that it looks a little longer. Can you see that? Just slightly longer. It doesn't make a difference when you're tuning it. So one thing I noticed, just that ever so bit, it's probably like a millimeter longer. On the bottom, you can see the feet. Now, I thought there was something that was going to swing out or something to extend it, like the Sanjin HDR14, but no, it doesn't have that. But it does have a different molding on the bottom, which makes this less tippy. And I'll show that right now. So let's put the original for just standing it up on the table. And if I hit it, you can see it wants to fall pretty easily. See if I can get it to fall over. There you go. Now the new one, with the new feet, the new mold design, I didn't think anything of it. Didn't think, oh, that can't be much. Not too tippy. Takes quite a bit to knock it over. To really hit it. So definitely an improvement in stability. Again, original. Kind of put them side by side here so you know I'm on the same part of the table. So you can see it's more firm, which, you know, sitting there nice and stable. I like that. Yeah, way better. Couldn't believe that little bit of molding difference made a huge difference on stability on the table. So there's the new way they designed it. Actually very smart how they did that, because the original, as you can see, it's just a straight bar across. All right, cool. So just a little difference that makes a huge deal. So yeah, expect the price around $169.99. Price may go up in the future. The initial run should start shipping mid-December 2022. So this video is going to come out here around Black Friday, and you're wondering, should I wait to get the SSB2 or should I get the regular SSB? What should I do, todderbert? That's what I'm here to tell you. Give you some advice. Overall, they're the same radio. They get the same length antenna, 22-inch, same speaker, 1.5 inches. Speaker, if you're not turning it up really loud, I'll be honest with you, the original speaker sounds okay, and we'll compare them again side by side. But I did notice the speaker here on the SSB2, when you turn it up, it has less or no distortion, while this distorts at higher volumes. So bonus there, but the SSB2 still has a tinny quality to it. It sounds nowhere near like a Radio Out 108 or a Texan PL 330. These two radios have superior speakers in them. So just to let you know, they didn't upgrade it that far, but they did eliminate the distortion. Kudos to them for doing that. That's great. Like that slightly better amplification circuit. So yeah, so let's show you what that's about. I think I got some royalty-free music playing here. Let me just start it up. Okay, I do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn on the original. Okay, let's see if did I pause it? I paused it. Now this is going to get loud so you can hear the distortion. Okay, definitely distorted there. So let's go ahead and turn this up. So volume all the way up on there, and if we go here, volume all the way up. So better amplification in the SSB2 on the speaker. Nice. All right, cool. So we'll go back over here. That was a nice little demo. It showed really nicely there. I like that. What else can we cover here? Let's zoom it on down. All right, so with that said, let me just go ahead and turn these off here. There we go. So that was really nice. I did enjoy the difference. The speaker does have a slight tonal difference, which isn't bad. It has slightly better tonal quality to it, as you heard, and no distortion. Bingo. Let's see. The SSB2 now has an external antenna jack, which we showed you right here. I didn't have a long wire set up because I live in a condo. They won't let me have that. So I hooked up my 22-foot wire, and I noticed a 1 bar gain. So when I hooked up the external antenna into this radio, I noticed a 1 bar gain versus hooking it up to the whip antenna on the original. So if you're using both radios, you're going to have better gain on the SSB2 with your antenna directly connected. Like I say, by about 1 bar. It wasn't a huge difference. It was slight, very slight. But just so you know, if you use a longer wire, especially with that adapter, you're supposed to notice a huge difference. So I couldn't test it, but I agree with them. You probably will see that huge difference. So it's a nice addition. And plus, that's a grounded setup. So yeah, glad to have that on there. It's convenient instead of having to clip to the antenna mast. So there you go. Like I said, I was doing shortwave and really impressed with the extra little gain I got from my simple little antenna. So awesome. And again, convenience is big with that. All right, so let's see, SSB2, this 2 now has faster charging. Yes, okay, so the micro USB is a big deal. I was like, well, what's the deal? You know, you got this, you get the mini and you get the micro, so you just updated the jack design. Well, they updated the power profile as well. You can now hook up a 1 amp charger, and it'll use that 1 amp fully versus using, I think, 200 milliamps, they said, on the original adapter. So, yeah, it's great. It's utilizing the extra energy, so you can charge your batteries in under 3 hours. Wonderful. Glad they did that. You got to use nickel metal hydride batteries, of course, in case you didn't know. Make sure you have those inserted before you charge. So yeah, that's great. You know, when I read that, I was like, awesome. So yeah, better circuit profile for charging and detection and all that. So good to have those little extras. Again, pros. These are a lot of pros here. There's a con, and we'll get to it. So it is, let's see, talked about faster charging. They got the feet going there. Okay, the price, the future. Okay, so the big deal on this one, the initial run has an issue. It has a issue with the headphone jack with a popping sound. So when your radio's on and you're switching bands, you'll hear a pop. And so what I'm going to do here is hook up an external speaker. I have this really cool wooden external speaker. I love this thing. So we're going to use it so you can hear this popping sound. And we'll just hook up the auxiliary cable here, and then I'll compare it to the original. So if you're using headphones all the time with your Skywave, you're not going to like this. So let's go ahead and, because it kind of reminds me of the Eaton Traveler series, pops really bad. Yeah, it's like that. So, and they're going to address it. C.Crane actually said that the initial batch will have it, but the following batches they're working on will not have this problem. So let's go ahead and turn on my radio here. The auxiliary. Turn it up. So we're going to switch. You can hear that pop.
When it comes to being on the receiving end of Republican oversight.
That pop is more pronounced when it's in your ears, on your headphones. You also get that when you switch to shortwave. So hopefully you guys are hearing that. It also does it when you're changing presets on the airband. Okay, so we'll turn that down. Okay, just noticed that speaker has an audible hiss to it. This one too. Okay, hold on a second. That was the other thing. Let me just... Okay, yeah. There's a C.Crane SSB2 noticeable hiss. Okay, turn that off. Let's go to the airband on this one, see if we can hear any noticeable hiss. That's silent, so I think they're going to get rid of that hiss, which is good. We'll plug this into the external speaker. Headphones. Okay, and we'll show you. Let's turn this up.
From being disseminated to the American public.
So no pronounced loud pops. Okay, so you get the idea. That's a pretty big deal. It's not fun. I also noticed moderate hiss at low levels with the headphones as well on the SSB2. So if you're using your SSB2 with headphones, you're not going to be happy with this initial run because it does have this really high amount of moderate hiss at low volumes when the original single sideband radio does not have that on headphones. 0. Nice and quiet. So we're going to talk about shopping these in a second here. So I think I covered most everything that I wanted to with these two radios. I did like the headphones on the single sideband too, just because it had brighter highs, less heavy lows. The original, if you like lows, get the original. If you don't like a lot of lows, get the 2. I say that because I'm a fan of strong mids and strong highs versus strong lows. This has decent lows, but not as heavy as the single sideband original. So I enjoy listening to headphones on here more as far as my music. I tested it on a local FM station in FM stereo. So yeah, it was nice, and I enjoyed the audio I was getting from here on the headphones without the, worrying about the hiss or the popping. It had a better headphone experience to me. If you like brighter tone, stronger mid-range, you're going to like the SSB2, especially when they revise it. So, but there it is. Okay, so putting them side by side there. Let's make sure I covered everything for you guys, and we're almost done. So yeah, no formal review on this. I'll probably do some band scans just to show you they're the same. I think I have a video. You can check in the iCards. I'll have some ham chatter I picked up with it. It sounds great. Again, equals. They're both equals on all the bands as far as reception goes. This is going to be better, of course, with the external jack and running a long wire setup. So definitely the way to go there. If you're going to use a speaker a lot, you're going to go with the SSB2. If you plan on using headphones a lot, you're going to go with the original SSB if you need to have it before Christmas. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. If you want one before Christmas, you probably want to shop the original. I'll have links down below to that. If you got to have those extra features I told you about, and you don't use headphones, pick up the SSB2. It's definitely a way to go if you're not using headphones at all. So that would be my choice. Just wait for them to correct it. But if you wait for them to correct it, the price of the SSB2 will probably go higher. So just letting you know that you might see a price increase of $20, $30. Who knows? But is it worth it? It probably will be because it is still ultra compact and absolutely amazing radio. So yeah, there it is. I think I pretty much covered which ones you want to get. So for me, if I was shopping right now, I'd pick this one, the original SSB, because the fact that I use headphones quite a bit, and I like the silence of that, and you can also turn the radio down if it's too heavy on lows for you. And some headphones have bass treble control in them too as well. And it's, of course, this responds just as well with a clipped wire, clip-on antenna versus plugged in. You just miss a little bit of gain, but you still get decent reception. I was pretty impressed when I was still comparing them side by side. So that would be the one I'd get. But if you don't do headphones, you're going to want the SSB2 all the way with its better charging, its new headphone jack. It's not tippy. I kind of like that. Just great improvements that they've made to the radio that it needed. And hopefully when they fix the audio amplifier circuit, that's all it is. It's the audio amplifier, I'm sure, causing the hiss on the speaker and the headphone jack. And then hopefully when that's resolved, we'll have a really awesome radio. And hopefully I'll get that version, and then we'll do a follow-up to these. So there you go. Alrighty. hopefully that was an informative video. I tried to cover most everything I could quickly. I'm just going to go over my sheet to make sure I covered everything. Yeah, so it's going to start shipping mid-December 2022, initial run. And they're just saying the initial run will have this bug, and then after that it should be gone. So expect that to be a thing. And yeah, tested it with my wire. And check out that video of the hams chatting on this thing. It sounds good. It really does. So yeah, I like the sound of this. Let's go to AM here.
Don't be over-leveraged in the stock market, and don't let your savings wither away. Hedge inflation with...
McConnell kind of comes out the victor here insofar as he maintains his leadership position, but also
for my own knowledge about my own risk of developing those same conditions in the future.
Green Bay Packers, you know, they may or may not have the guy they need at the quarterback position to back him up, but it makes the decision to move forward a little bit easier. If he decides he wants to play, it's a 98%.
So yeah, there we go. Cool. Hey, I might do a couple little band scans. Yeah, it definitely has a hiss to that speaker when I turn it on. Let me go to the AM band on the original.
98.
Turn down. Okay. Turn this one on. Volume's all the way down. I do hear a hiss. That's what I'm hearing.
Save those.
Okay. So, just good to know it's there. So yeah, you got your clock and everything too as well. Beautiful. So is it, like I said, is it a buy? Yeah, if you can go over the nuances of the new audio amplifier. I do like the no distortion on the speaker. That's nice. If you like your higher volumes on the speaker, no distortion is key. Hopefully they keep it that way. There'll be a big win there too. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a big like if you did. 2, if you want to see more, subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future reviews, band scans utilizing the single sideband number 2 here. Definitely want to go over this radio a little bit more, maybe do an FM band scan, maybe some shortwave stuff with it. So you'll expect some more videos with this particular radio and a follow-up radio for sure. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the single sideband 2. Are you on the fence? Are you going to pick up the original? Because it is superior in the audio department right now, but it's not superior in the charging and shortwave connection department and tippiness. It does want to tip more, but most people lay their flat or have a little stand, extended. But you let me know which one you prefer. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.